Have you questioned whether she's giving off subtle signs of attraction or if it's just your imagination playing tricks on you? While some signals can be obvious, the truth is, most men miss them simply because they're not paying attention to the right details. Today, we're going to break down 6 unmistakable signs that a woman is attracted to you and might even want to take things further. But we're not just listing signals here. We're viewing them through the lens of Stoicism, a timeless philosophy that emphasizes calm, rational observation. By the end of this, you'll not only recognize these signs more clearly, but also understand how to approach them with confidence and composure. Sign 1. Lingering eye contact. This is one of the most powerful forms of nonverbal communication. It's subtle, intentional, and can carry messages words cannot express. You can learn a lot from the way someone looks at you, but when that gaze lingers longer than usual, it often hints at something deeper. Casual eye contact is brief. It comes and goes quickly. However, when a woman locks her eyes on you and holds that connection for just a moment longer, it's rarely by accident. It's her way of telling you something without speaking. Add a subtle smile or an occasional glance away, only to return to lock eyes again, and the message becomes even clearer. But lingering eye contact isn't always as straightforward as it seems. Many people misread this gesture because they jumped to conclusions too quickly. This is where Stoicism comes into play. Stoicism teaches us to be calm, observant, and present in the moment, instead of acting impulsively or overthinking the situation. If you're talking to a woman and she consistently holds your gaze, take note of her demeanor. Is her gaze soft and inviting? Does she pair it with a slight smile or relaxed body language? These are often subtle signs of attraction. For example, lingering eye contact alone might not mean much. It could simply indicate that she's focused on the conversation. But when combined with other signs, like an open posture or playful gestures, it becomes part of a larger picture. Stoicism encourages you to take a rational approach, considering context before drawing conclusions. So next time you're in a conversation and notice her gaze holding yours a little longer than usual, don't rush to interpret it as just politeness. Instead, observe the moment, stay calm, and assess whether her actions align with other signs of interest. When you remain composed and pay attention to the details, you'll find that the subtlety of her lingering gaze might just be telling you everything you need to know. It's as if she's inviting you into her space, signaling that her interest goes beyond surface-level interaction. In moments like these, it's natural to feel the urge to overthink or react impulsively. However, as a Stoic man, your focus should remain on staying composed and letting the moment unfold naturally. Hold her gaze with quiet confidence. This isn't about chasing her or making the situation awkward. It's about acknowledging the signal without being overly reactive. When you project calmness and self-assurance, you create an atmosphere that draws her in further. Confidence isn't loud or flashy. It's steady and unshakable. When you recognize her lingering eye contact and respond with calm awareness, you're not just noticing her signal, you're showing her that you understand and appreciate it without rushing to conclusions. This kind of demeanor reflects exactly what a Stoic man embodies: awareness over impulsiveness, calm over chaos. Now think, how many times have you noticed a woman holding eye contact with you only to dismiss it as a coincidence or nothing significant? How often have you ignored the possibility that she might be trying to communicate something without words? You could be missing important cues simply because you're not paying close attention or because you doubt your instincts. Sign 2. Intentional touch. Touch is one of the most telling forms of communication when it comes to attraction, but it's also one of the easiest to misinterpret. The key lies in understanding the intention behind the touch. When a woman touches you deliberately, whether it's a light brush on your arm, a gentle pat on your shoulder, or even placing her hand on your knee, it's rarely accidental. These small gestures are often her way of testing the waters, trying to gauge how you'll react and whether you're open to her advances. It's where Stoicism becomes your greatest tool. It encourages you to stay grounded and notice these small, seemingly insignificant actions. If her touch lingers a moment longer than expected, or if she finds subtle ways to make contact repeatedly, It's a sign that she's comfortable around you and wants to build a deeper connection. Think about how often she might touch your arm while laughing at your joke, or place her hand on your shoulder while emphasizing a point in conversation. These aren't just casual or polite gestures, they're signals that she's drawn to you on a physical and emotional level. But a Stoic man doesn't get flustered or overly excited by these touches. He doesn't jump to conclusions or immediately act on them. Instead, he remains calm and collected, recognizing these cues for what they are: expressions of interest. Stoicism isn't about ignoring these signs. It's about interpreting them with a clear and composed mindset. For example, if she gently brushes her hand against yours while walking beside you, you don't need to overanalyze or make a big deal out of it. A simple smile or a subtle acknowledgement is often enough to show that you're aware of her actions and open to them. By staying calm and grounded, you create an environment where she feels safe and comfortable, which only strengthens her attraction toward you. Intentional touch is never random, it's purposeful. And when you learn to recognize its significance while maintaining your composure, you gain a deeper understanding of her intentions. So, the next time you notice her making physical contact in a way that feels intentional, remember to approach it with calm awareness. Don't rush to conclusions. Let the moment speak for itself. When she touches you repeatedly in different situations, it's often her way of creating a closer connection and testing the waters. For example, imagine you're sitting at a table having a great conversation. She leans in slightly, laughs at something you said, and lightly touches your arm. That touch lingers just a second longer than it would in a casual interaction. It's not accidental. As a Stoic man, you take notice of these signals, but you don't overreact or read too much into them right away. Instead, you remain composed and confident. This calm demeanor not only reassures her, but also makes her more intrigued. Your steady energy communicates that you're in control of the situation, and she'll likely feel even more drawn to you. Sign 3. She seeks private conversations. One of the strongest indicators that a woman is interested in more than just surface-level interaction is when she starts seeking opportunities to talk to you privately. Whether it's at a gathering, through text messages, or in quieter moments, this effort to create one-on-one time is a clear sign of deeper interest. If she suggests stepping outside for fresh air during a party, or sends you a message late at night when others are asleep, these aren't random actions. They're deliberate choices meant to build a more personal connection with you. She's testing the waters to see how you respond and whether you're open to deepening the bond. Stoicism teaches us to stay clear-headed and grounded in these moments. When a woman seeks you out for private interactions, she's showing a level of vulnerability. She's signaling that she values your presence and wants to connect on a more intimate level, emotionally and perhaps even physically. But instead of rushing to conclusions or making the moment feel pressured, a Stoic man observes calmly and lets the situation unfold naturally. You allow her to set the pace while maintaining your confident composure. Picture this. You're at a party, surrounded by people, and she leans in to suggest stepping outside for a breather. In that moment, she's creating a space for just the two of you. It's her way of saying she's interested in getting to know you on a deeper level. As a Stoic man, you don't immediately jump to assumptions or push the interaction too far. Instead, you remain calm and attentive, letting her see that you value the connection she's trying to create. You don't need to rush or overanalyze. Your grounded presence is enough to reassure her and make her feel comfortable. These private conversations aren't just opportunities for her to share more with you. They're also chances for you to show her that you're emotionally intelligent and in tune with her signals. By staying patient and present, you allow the connection to grow naturally without forcing anything. So the next time you find her seeking out alone time with you, pay attention to the nuances of her actions. A Stoic man values these moments not as a chance to dominate the interaction, but as an opportunity to understand her intentions and build a deeper, mutual connection. Think about this. Has anyone ever gone out of their way to have a private conversation with you, but you brushed it off as casual? What if that was her way of signaling deeper interest? Sign 4. Flirtatious body language. Body language often says more than words ever could, especially when it comes to attraction. A woman's body will often give away her interest even before she speaks her mind. That's why it's so important to pay attention to nonverbal cues. They're often the most genuine form of communication. So what should you be looking for? Notice how she positions herself when she's near you. If she leans in while you're talking or subtly mirrors your movements, she's breaking down the invisible barrier of personal space. This is her way of creating a sense of closeness without having to say anything outright. Now let's talk about smaller, more specific gestures. If she plays with her hair or touches her face while maintaining eye contact, these are often subconscious signs of nervous excitement or attraction. Even the way her legs are crossed, especially if they're angled toward you, can be a subtle indicator that she's interested. The beauty of Stoicism is that it teaches you to notice these details without overreacting. A Stoic man doesn't get overly excited or jump to conclusions. He simply acknowledges the cues with calm confidence and allows the moment to unfold naturally. Here's a real-life example. You're sitting across from her, and as the conversation flows, you notice her twirling a strand of hair between her fingers while her body subtly leans closer to you. Or maybe she's angling her entire body toward yours, showing you she's fully engaged in the moment. These are not coincidences. They're deliberate, even if she's not consciously aware of them. What's important here is balance. A Stoic man stays composed and lets the connection build naturally. You don't need to react too eagerly or rush into anything. Instead, your calm demeanor shows that you're confident and aware, which only adds to your appeal. The key to understanding flirtatious body language is not overthinking it. Pay attention to her actions, but don't let them dictate yours. By remaining grounded and patient, you allow her interest to grow while maintaining control of the situation. The next time you notice these subtle signs, her leaning in, mirroring your posture, or playing with her hair, acknowledge them without letting excitement cloud your judgment. This calm and attentive approach not only helps you understand her better, but also sets the stage for a deeper, more meaningful connection. Sign 5. Frequent compliments. Compliments are one of the most straightforward ways to express interest. When a woman frequently compliments you, it's rarely just casual flattery. It's her way of signaling that she notices and appreciates you, both in how you look and how you carry yourself. This often means she's drawn to you physically and emotionally. A Stoic man doesn't let compliments inflate his ego or dismiss them as meaningless. Instead, he sees them for what they are: genuine signs of interest. If she says things like, "You have such a great smile," or "You always look so put together," it's her way of highlighting what she finds attractive about you. But it's not just about physical appearance. These compliments are often layered. They reflect her admiration for your presence, confidence, and the way you make her feel when she's around you. A Stoic man acknowledges the compliment with grace, staying composed without seeking further validation. If she might say, "You always smell so good," or "There's something about your energy that's just so calming," these aren't random remarks, they're deliberate. She's drawn to you, and she's expressing it in a way that feels safe and natural. A Stoic man doesn't overreact. He simply appreciates the compliment and continues the interaction with confidence. Sign 6, she brings up sexual topics. The most direct and revealing sign of attraction is when a woman starts bringing up sexual topics or making playful, suggestive comments. This is rarely accidental. Women are often more subtle than men in expressing their desires, and introducing such topics is her way of testing the waters to see how you'll respond. A Stoic man doesn't jump at the opportunity or let excitement take over. Instead, he remains grounded, listens carefully, and responds thoughtfully. He doesn't let the conversation veer into uncomfortable or overly eager territory. Instead, he stays calm and engages with composure, showing respect for the dynamic she's creating. For example, if she jokingly asks about your past relationships or teases you with a flirty remark, she's inviting a deeper, more intimate level of conversation. This is her way of gauging your comfort and compatibility in more personal matters. A Stoic man navigates this with balance. He doesn't ignore the cues, but he also doesn't push too hard. He remains confident, showing her that he's comfortable in his own skin and capable of handling the interaction with maturity. Understanding these signs requires a mix of attentiveness, patience, and composure. When a woman brings up these topics or offers frequent compliments, she's giving you valuable insights into her interest. Recognizing and responding appropriately can deepen the connection without rushing into anything. She's looking to see if you're mature enough. When she brings up flirtatious or suggestive topics, she's testing to see if you're mature enough to handle the conversation with confidence and poise. It's not just about the words she uses, but how you respond. For example, she might playfully comment on a romantic scene in a movie or make a lighthearted, flirtatious remark. These moments are her way of seeing if you're comfortable and confident enough to engage without overreacting. As a Stoic man, you remain composed. You respond thoughtfully, engaging in the conversation without pushing it too far. Your calm demeanor shows that you're in control of your emotions and desires. This balance of confidence and self-restraint not only puts her at ease, but also makes you more attractive in her eyes. Stoicism teaches us that while we cannot control the actions of others, we can control how we respond to them. When it comes to attraction, this mindset is incredibly powerful. Recognizing these 6 signs isn't about jumping to conclusions. It's about understanding human behavior on a deeper level. If you notice these signs in a woman, it's likely she's signaling interest beyond casual conversation. But instead of rushing or overthinking, a Stoic man remains patient, calm, and composed. He allows the connection to grow naturally, trusting that things will unfold as they are meant to. Confidence isn't about chasing or forcing a connection. It's about being self-assured, grounded, and present in the moment. A Stoic man knows that there's no need to rush. What's meant to happen will happen in its own time. Recognizing these behaviors and responding with composure will not only enhance your presence, but also strengthen the connection you're building. If you found this breakdown of Stoicism and attraction insightful, don't stop here. Take your understanding to the next level by exploring how body language can transform your social presence. In my previous video, I shared 9 powerful tips to improve your body language, boost your confidence, and leave a lasting impression in any setting. Mastering body language is the foundation of attraction and influence, and it complements everything we discussed today. Click on the link to that video and start building a magnetic presence that speaks louder than words. Don't miss this chance to level up your communication skills.